Hi everybody and welcome. It's Rose here at Butterfly Soul Tarot with your weekly cards for Monday the 10th of February 2020 through to Friday the 14th of February 2020, Valentine's Day. I hope you're all well as always. So as always, these are my interpretation of the energies for the week and what I'm seeing in the cards. So, as always, do just take what resonates for you, if anything, and leave the rest. So, I hope this makes sense to some of you at least, and I hope it's helpful to you. So, the first card that we have, as always, I've drawn two, is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so in a standard tarot deck, nines can indicate that we are nearly there with something. And to keep going, I'm being given the words for some of us to keep pushing, because I'm also being given an alternative message with this. So that we're nearly there. As you can see, the figure in the card is looking quite weary, has obviously been through some certain things. So for some of you, I'd like to offer the standard message of this card, that you're nearly there, so to keep going. And I feel like I'm getting the message also that it's amazing, the strength that we can actually find when we need to, even when we feel that we just can't keep going anymore. I think sometimes we can amaze ourselves with how strong we can be, and how we can gather strength in order to keep ourselves moving. So for some of you, there might be that message. The part of the card that was actually drawing me was, it was this part where the guy's got the wand or the pole. You can see he's been constructing a building there and building, so that's another indicator with this card what we've been building. But it's the way it's leaning on the shoulder, okay, and I just was really drawn into that, and I just felt that, I suppose I got the words, what are you bearing on your shoulders right now? So, and then I was given the opposite message. So for some of us it might be to keep going. For others of us, I feel that it's actually about rest, okay, and kind of putting down what is on our shoulders and taking time to breathe. So there's that mixed energy I'm being given there. There's that two sides to this card that I'm actually being given. If you're feeling weary, is there something that needs to be just paused for a little bit? I guess is what I'm getting there. To not push. So it's like I'm getting there's separate sets of people that I feel some need to push. This is where you need to be discerning with these readings, and some need to pause and rest. Okay, so that would be my feeling with that card to start off with. Second card that I've pulled, which is from James Van Praag's Soul's Journey deck, is friendship. And I'm getting this, again, another couple of messages with this. So on the card, it literally says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay. And this is, I feel, a message to observe who's around and about us, who are we connected to, and what are they reflecting back to us this week. I was expecting something, maybe cups, because we've got Valentine's on Friday, but instead I feel we have this pink card that is connecting to love and Valentine's Day. So I feel it's about the connections around us and what are they reflecting back to us and showing us. As I'm saying that, I'm getting a sensation of, I'm actually seeing light, or our inner light, and I feel there's a message here to receive that if people are reflecting back to us our light and how lovely we are and how wonderful we are, what I feel the trick is to receive that, is to take that on board and to see it within ourselves, and remember that what we see in another lives within ourselves. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to identify. So equally, we wouldn't be able to identify what it was. So equally, if you're seeing something amazing in someone else, I feel that it's to bear in mind that this lives within you. And maybe it's again to take a pause and have a look within to see if you can see it, okay, within yourself. So adding on to that with the theme of Valentine's Day, I'm getting that sense of self-love, but it's being reflected back to us, I feel, by those around us. When I couple it with this card, and particularly those that, well, I guess it's for all. So whether it feels right to have that message to keep going, whether it feels right to have that message to pause, whichever one feels right for you. I feel there's also the added message there of friendships. Who's around us? Can anybody lend support? Do we need to be in contact with our closest connections to maybe give us a boost and a lift up? And again, that feeling of reflection, reflecting back to us. Sometimes we can be overwhelmed, and sometimes that is in our mind. I almost feel like it's a friend or a close connection may be able to see things a little bit clearer than we can, being right in the situation. Okay, so it feels like those connections are important. As I've said that, because I keep getting hooked on Valentine's Day on Friday, I also got the message to celebrate those connections and to celebrate who we have in our lives as well. Friendships can also be in the form of partners, relationships and people that we live with. So maybe there's something about honouring that as well. Okay. So I hope that makes some kind of sense to you all. As always, be discerning. And I just want to say thank you very much for being here. Thank you for connecting with this page. And I will see you next Monday for the weekly reading. God bless and take care. Thank you. Bye now.